I embark on a journey along a desolate highway, a road cloaked in darkness and drenched by relentless rain. The rhythmic patter of raindrops against the windshield adds an eerie ambience to the night. As I drive, the road stretches out endlessly, seemingly devoid of any signs of life. However, in the midst of this desolation, my gaze catches sight of a figure standing on the side of the road, their thumb outstretched in a desperate attempt to hitch a ride. Against my better judgment, I make the impulsive decision to pull over and offer them a lift. The figure's face remains hidden, obscured by the shadows of the night, creating an unsettling air of mystery and intrigue. As the hitchhiker settles into the passenger seat, an uneasy silence fills the cabin, only broken by the steady hum of the engine. Attempting to break the ice, I engage in small talk, but the hitchhiker's responses are brief, cryptic, and unsettling. It becomes apparent that there is more to this hitchhiker than meets the eye. A subtle aura of discomfort permeates the atmosphere, causing a knot of unease to form in the pit of my stomach. The hitchhiker's face remains shrouded, a phantom presence by my side as we continue our journey into the night. The enigmatic hitchhiker begins to unveil fragments of their past, offering a chilling glimpse into a world steeped in darkness. Their voice takes on an eerie tone, sending shivers down my spine. I can't help but question the wisdom of my decision to pick up this mysterious traveler. The hitchhiker's words become increasingly foreboding, hinting at a malevolent purpose behind their presence. As fear intertwines with curiosity, my mind races, searching for answers in the cryptic revelations of the hitchhiker's haunted introduction. In the confined space of the cabin, an invisible barrier seems to separate us. A barrier that may be far more sinister than I initially anticipated. Memories of my own haunted past begin to resurface, triggered by the chilling atmosphere created by the hitchhiker's presence. Images of regret, loss, and guilt flash before my eyes, haunting me with their spectral intensity. Shadows of my past mistakes merge with the unfolding supernatural events, blurring the line between reality and the terrors lurking within my mind. The hitchhiker's uncanny knowledge of my past sends shivers down my spine, leaving me questioning the nature of our encounter. A growing sense of dread permeates my thoughts, as I wonder if I am merely a pawn in a sinister game orchestrated by forces beyond my comprehension. An unseen presence now makes itself known within the confines of the truck cabin. An icy chill fills the air, prickling the hairs on the back of my neck. Strange phenomena manifest, defying logical explanation. Objects move of their own accord. Whispers echo through the cabin, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched envelops me. The presence of this ghostly passenger exudes an aura of malevolence, casting a pall of fear and uncertainty over every moment of the journey. Though invisible, their influence is palpable, intensifying the sense of unease that has taken hold of me. Every nerve in my body tingles with the awareness that I am not alone, and that this presence harbors intentions far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. I pull over at a desolate highway rest stop, seeking respite from the relentless rain and the unnerving presence of the hitchhiker. The place is eerily silent, devoid of any signs of life. As I step out of the truck, a cold wind whistles through the empty corridors, carrying whispers that seem to echo from the shadows. The air is heavy with a palpable sense of foreboding. I explore the rest stop cautiously, discovering abandoned booths and a decrepit diner, each room infused with a chilling atmosphere. Strange symbols etched into the walls hint at a darker purpose behind this seemingly innocent roadside stop. At a truck stop further down the road, I encounter a peculiar attendant who gazes at me with unblinking eyes. Their demeanor is unnerving, with an uncanny knowledge of the supernatural events that have plagued my journey. They speak in riddles, offering cryptic warnings about the true nature of the hitchhiker and the malevolent forces at play. As their words sink in, a sinking feeling settles within me, and I realize that I am entangled in a web of darkness far more intricate than I had ever imagined. While driving through a thick fog that blankets the highway, spectral apparitions materialize before me, their ethereal forms flickering in and out of existence. Faces twisted with anguish and eyes filled with sorrow haunt my vision. The souls of those who met untimely ends along this cursed stretch of road seem to be reaching out for solace, their mournful cries echoing in my ears. It becomes clear that the highway itself is a conduit for these restless spirits, drawing them into my path and forcing me to bear witness to their tragic tales. An abandoned warehouse looms ahead, standing as a decrepit monument to forgotten industry. Curiosity mingled with trepidation, I enter its dilapidated halls. The air within is thick with must and decay, and the sound of dripping water punctuates the silence. As I venture deeper into the labyrinthine structure, shadows dance along the walls, forming sinister shapes that seem to move of their own accord. Whispers echo through the darkness, growing louder with every step. It becomes evident that this place holds a malevolent secret, and I may not emerge unscathed from its grasp. While taking a brief break near a quiet pond, I catch sight of my own reflection, distorted and unsettling. The image before me morphs into a grotesque caricature, revealing a twisted version of myself. Panic grips me as I realize that this reflection is a glimpse into the depths of my own soul, tainted by the darkness that surrounds me. The realization that I may be complicit in the unfolding horrors fuels my desperation to escape this nightmare. Yet I am unsure if I can ever truly break free from the grip of the supernatural forces that have ensnared me. A dense forest, its ancient trees reaching towards the heavens, beckons me from the side of the highway. As I venture into its depths, the forest takes on a life of its own. Faint whispers seem to emanate from every direction, growing louder and more insistent. The branches overhead twist and contort, forming grotesque shapes that loom menacingly. Shadows flit between the trees, and unseen eyes watch my every move. The forest has become a malevolent entity, determined to ensnare me within its clutches, and escape seems increasingly unlikely. A rickety bridge spanning a chasm appears in the distance, offering passage over a treacherous gorge. With no alternative route available, I cautiously maneuver the truck onto the edge structure. As I make my way across, the bridge groans and creaks beneath the weight of the truck, adding to the unnerving atmosphere. The wind whistles through the gaps, and I catch glimpses of spectral figures lurking beneath the bridge, reaching out as if desperate for release. Fear grips me, threatening to paralyze my movements, as I battle to keep the truck steady and ensure my safe passage. While parked in a remote area, an otherworldly cacophony of eerie sounds fills the air. The night comes alive with haunting calls, a symphony of spectral voices that send chills down my spine. The calls seem to be both a warning and a lure, their ethereal melodies tempting me to join their ranks. I fight against the allure, desperately clinging to my humanity, even as the haunting chorus threatens to overwhelm my senses. Every fiber of my being tells me to flee, yet an inexplicable curiosity tugs at me, urging me to uncover the source of these haunting melodies. The cargo I carry, a seemingly innocuous load, takes on a life of its own. It emits an unsettling aura that permeates the truck, causing the air to grow heavy with malevolence. Strange occurrences accompany its presence, as objects shift and fall without explanation. The once familiar cargo bay becomes a breeding ground for darkness, exuding a sinister energy that intertwines with the supernatural forces plaguing my journey. It becomes apparent that the cargo itself is a catalyst, an unwitting harbinger of the terrors that have befallen me. As the supernatural encounters escalate, the line between reality and nightmare blurs beyond recognition. Shadows dance and twist, whispering deranged thoughts into my mind. The boundaries of time and space become distorted, as if the very fabric of reality is unraveling. I teeter on the precipice of sanity, desperately clinging to shreds of rationality amidst the swirling chaos. Madness threatens to consume me, its suffocating embrace relentless and unyielding. With every passing moment, the journey becomes a descent into the abyss of my own shattered psyche.